Numbers don't lie, but politicians do. We were told that the war in Gaza ended on October 10th, 2025. They called it a truce. But between October 10th and December 22nd, 2025, Israeli occupation army committed at least 875 violations. That is more than 11 attacks every single day while the world looked away. Since this agreement supposedly took effect, Israeli attacks have killed more than 406 Palestinians and injured 1,118 more. If you think hostilities stopped, you've been told a lie. According to analysis done by Al Jazeera, Israel attacked Gaza 65 out of the first 76 days of the ceasefire. There were only 11 days where there were no violent attacks or deaths reported. This isn't a ceasefire, it's a managed genocide. Welcome back, I'm Kim, and this is Kim's Breaking Point. On this page, we don't just read the headlines. We break them down to find the truth that mainstream media often refuses to share. While they talk about strategic pauses and compliance, we're looking at raw data and the human cost that they chose to ignore. If you're tired of the sanitized versions of the news and want the facts that actually matter, make sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Your support helps us keep bringing these underreported stories to the front lines. Let's take a look at what the Government Media Office in Gaza is reporting. These aren't just incidents. They are deliberate military operations. 121 times they bombed or shelled the Strip. 265 times Israeli forces opened fire directly at civilians. 150 occasions where they demolished people's property. 49 raids onto areas beyond the designated yellow line. They also detained 43 Palestinians in just the last month. The most horrific example of this piece happened on October 29th. After an exchange of fire killed one Israeli soldier, the response was what Donald Trump called retribution. Israeli forces hit back, killing 109 people, including 52 children, in a single night. When a ceasefire allows for retribution, mass killing of children, the word peace has no meaning. But as we just saw, the occupation has raided areas beyond that line nearly 50 times since the deal began. While the agreement was supposed to outline a three-phase withdrawal, Israel's political leaders have been clear. They have pledged not to allow a Palestinian state, and the U.S. continues its large-scale armed transfers while the ceasefire is supposedly holding. They aren't withdrawing. They are rearranging their positions to better strike a captive population. But before we keep going, let's lighten things up for just a sec. This t-shirt I'm wearing, Peace Requires Justice, is part of my new merch line over at kimabor.com. And these are the most comfy t-shirts for staying loud and staying informed. Perfect for swirling the chaos, politicians from your couch, or just looking good while being the badass adult you are. And if you're a TikToker, don't worry, the shop is over there too. I even have some exclusives that are only found on the TikTok shop. All links are right down below this video just for you to check out. And the best part, every purchase helps me to keep making videos that cut through all of the noise and actually tell the real stories. So treat yourself, look good, and support the work at the same time. It's a win-win. The ceasefire also stipulated that full aid would be immediately sent to Gaza. The reality? Only 41% of those allocated trucks have actually entered. Out of the 43,800 trucks promised by the agreement, only 17,819 were allowed through between October 10th and December 22nd, 2025. But look at what they are letting in. Instead, they are filling the trucks with snacks, chocolate, and potato chips. They are literally starving a population of nutrition while pretending to lift the blockade. This is the doctrine of a slow death, destroying the health of a generation while the world's cameras are turned off. Hamas followed the terms. On October 13th, they released all 20 remaining living hostages. In return, they were supposed to receive thousands of Palestinian prisoners and the bodies of the fallen. But look at the difference in how these groups act. Hamas returned 27 bodies of captives, even noting they needed heavy equipment to recover the final bodies from under the rubble of the Israeli bombs. Meanwhile, Israel has returned more than 300 Palestinian bodies. The total confirmed death toll since October 2023 has now reached at least 70,942 people, including over 20,000 children. And these are only the numbers that have been confirmed dead. The real numbers are much, much higher. We cannot allow the media to use the word ceasefire as a shield for continued genocide. There is no ceasefire when children are bombed in retribution. There is no ceasefire when 421 bombings occur within 2 months. There is no ceasefire when a population is fed snacks instead of medicine or meat. We demand a real end to these hostilities. We demand a total lifting of the blockade. And we demand an end to the occupation that makes this violence possible. This ceasefire is like a leaky dam. The world looks up at the top and says the water has stopped flowing. But underneath, the structure is spraying high-pressure jets that are drowning everyone at the base. It isn't a barrier to violence. It's just a way to hide the flood. Thank you so much for listening. This is Kim's Breaking Point, and if you found this video helpful at all, make sure that you are and you subscribe to my page. Let me know down below when you think that this ceasefire will actually end. Thank you so much for listening, and as always, free Palestine.